If you're on the fence about buying a chain-link dog kennel, you're not alone. There are a lot of options out there, and it's easy to waste money on something that doesn't fit your space or your dog's needs. I've looked into this category carefully, and the Lucky Dog 10-foot by 10-foot heavy-duty outdoor chain-link dog kennel with door 3-pack is one of the few that actually delivers on its promises without over-promising. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This isn't just a single kennel, it's a 3-pack, which is perfect if you have multiple dogs or want designated spaces for different activities. The setup is straightforward enough that one person can handle it, which is a big plus if you don't have help around. The frame is made of galvanized steel, so it's built to handle outdoor conditions without rusting out quickly. That's important because a kennel that falls apart after a season isn't worth the savings. One of the standout features is the 1.5-inch raised legs. This might seem like a small detail, but it makes a huge difference in daily maintenance. You can easily sweep or hose out debris without bending down or dealing with muddy paws tracking dirt into your home. If you've ever struggled with cleaning a kennel that sits flush on the ground, you'll appreciate this design choice. It's practical, not just a marketing gimmick. The chain-link design is secure, and the included ties make assembly simple. You don't need special tools or a degree in engineering to put this together. That said, while it's easy to assemble, it's not the lightest material, so moving it around once it's set up isn't something you'll do casually. If you plan to rearrange your yard often, this might not be the most flexible option. But if you're setting it up once and leaving it, that weight is actually a benefit. It keeps the kennel stable in windy conditions. Now, let's talk about who this is really for. If you have a medium to large dog that needs space to move around but you don't want to let them roam freely in your yard, this kennel gives them room to stretch their legs without constant supervision. It's also great if you're fostering multiple dogs or have a pack that needs separate areas. The 3-pack setup allows for that flexibility, which is a rare find in this category. On the flip side, if you have a small dog or a puppy that's still learning boundaries, this might be overkill. A smaller kennel would be more appropriate, and you'd save space and money. Also, if your yard isn't level, you might need to do some extra work to ensure the kennel sits evenly. The raised legs help, but they can't fix a severely uneven surface. One thing to keep in mind is the door. It's functional, but it's not a fancy latch system. If your dog is a Houdini-type escape artist, you might need to reinforce it with an additional lock or tie down. The standard latch is secure for most dogs, but it's not foolproof. If your dog is determined, they'll find a way out, so always supervise initially to see how they interact with the enclosure. Another practical consideration is the size. At 10 feet by 10 feet, it's spacious, but if you have a very active or anxious dog, they might still feel confined. Dogs that pace or dig need more than just space, they need enrichment. This kennel is great for containment, but it won't solve behavioral issues on its own. Pair it with toys, shade, and regular interaction to keep your dog happy. The value here comes from the 3-pack setup. Buying 3 separate kennels would cost significantly more, and the fact that they're designed to work together is a smart touch. If you're comparing this to a single large kennel, think about whether you actually need the extra space or if a single unit would suffice. For some, the 3-pack is a steal, for others, it's unnecessary. Where this kennel falls short is in aesthetics. It's purely functional, so if you're looking for something that blends into your landscaping, you'll need to get creative with covers or plants. It's not ugly, but it's not going to win any design awards either. If curb appeal matters to you, this might not be the best fit. In summary, the Lucky Dog 3-pack chain-link kennel is a solid choice if you need durable, easy to clean, and spacious outdoor containment for your dogs. It's best for medium to large dogs, multi-dog households, or anyone who wants the flexibility of separate enclosures. If you have a small dog, an uneven yard, or a dog that's a known escape artist, you might want to look elsewhere or at least be prepared to make some adjustments. Before you click buy, measure your space and think about your dog's behavior. If this fits, it's a practical investment that will last.